everyone, I am Rachel and today I am excited to take you on a journey through the history of linguistics. We will explore how our understanding of language has evolved, moving from ancient philosophical logic to modern biological science by looking at the lives and works of five noteworthy linguists. Before we meet our experts, let's define our field. What is linguistics? Linguistics is much more than just learning how to speak different languages. It is the scientific study of the very nature and structure of human speech. It asks, how do we build sentences? How does language change over time? And most importantly, how does our brain process it all? Our journey begins with Aristotle, the philosopher of logic. He viewed language as a mirror of our mental experiences. His biggest contribution was identifying the distinction between subject and the predicate. For example, Aristotle believed that if you say the cat is black, you are simply using language as a logical tool to categorize a subject and its quality. Next is Bishop Robert Loth, who led the age of prescriptivism. He believed English was corrupt and needed to be fixed using Latin-style rules. For example, Loth would argue that saying, "I don't have none," is a sin against logic, and he popularized the rule of avoiding double negatives to make English more refined. In the 18th century, Sir William Jones shifted us toward history. By comparing Sanskrit, Latin, and Greek, he discovered they all belong to the same family, which is the Indo-European language family. For example, Jones pointed out that the word for mother sounds nearly identical in these different languages, proving they all branch out from one ancient ancestor. Moving into the 20th century, we meet the father of modern linguistics, Ferdinand de Saussure. He focused on the structure of language. For example, Saussure would say, "There is nothing naturally tree-like about the sound tree. We only understand it because we all socially agree on that specific linguistic sign." He called this relationship between sound and concept arbitrary. Finally, we have Noam Chomsky, who views language as biology. He proposed that humans are born with a language acquisition device or LAD. For example, Chomsky pointed to children saying, "I goed," instead of "I went," as proof that they are born with a mental blueprint for grammar rules, rather than imitating what they hear from adults. To summarize our timeline, Aristotle focused on the philosophy and logic of sentences. Loth pushed for prescriptivism and rules. Jones used diachronic approach to study history. Saussure used a synchronic approach to study systems. And Chomsky introduced mentalism to study our biology. To conclude this report, as Noam Chomsky said, language is a process of free creation. Its laws and principles are fixed, but the manner in which the principles of generation are used is free and infinitely varied. This concludes my report. Thanks for listening.